So that also being able to gave me a chance to speak out about my lupus, speak out about different things I've gone through and overcame, and it helped me become more aware of the different changes that it's had on me. With lupus, I lost all my hair. I completely had to shave all my hair off because it was just falling out. I've had skin deformities. I've had weight and loss and gain. So it was hard to look at myself in the mirror amidst all those changes. And going live, it's like, hey, I see me. I see me for myself and I love me. So not only battling domestic violence and getting that self-worth, I hit another low when lupus hit me. To see those changes and be able to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, is that really me? And yes, that is me. And when I look and I love what I see, that was a blessing for me. So, and I want to encourage people to know that you can look at yourself and love what you see. Look at yourself and love what you do, and do it well, because you honor and you respect yourself. So
That is so beautiful how you talked about how you hit two lows, which was more than two, but we discussed two lows, but
yes.
you still were able to look in the mirror and love you. And we know that that's not an easy journey. Like, that didn't happen overnight for you, right?
No, it didn't. No, not at all.
So what were some of the steps that you took to be like, you know what? I have this illness, but I'm still going to fulfill my purpose. So what was like your epiphany? Like, I'm still gonna go live, you know, if I don't want to put on any makeup, if I don't want to put on, if you had to wear, a wig or a weave, I'm showing me, I'm taking off this mask. What was the epiphany that you decided, or that moment that you just be like, you know what? I can do this. I don't care what anybody thinks, what anybody may say, because I know that I'm fulfilling my God-given purpose.
It was my village, I would definitely say, that helped. My daughter, she was very small at that age. She was maybe about 5 to 6, but her affirmations and her pouring into me, Mom, you look so beautiful. Mom, you look just like you. Mom, why don't you wear your real hair? I love you, Mom. And that gave me that fuel to keep going. That was the inertia, the fire, the tinder to keep it all going, because I knew I couldn't just stop. I couldn't just give up, because I knew she was watching. To see my parents, to see them time, I wanted to keep going for them. I didn't want them to have to bury a child. And that was something that I've experienced. And so I knew I couldn't give up. I knew that pain that I had went through, and I didn't want to see them go through that. By just giving up, sometimes you hurt more than just yourself. You hurt the people around you. So I knew I had to keep going. I had to keep smiling. Um, Even when it hurts, it still hurts today, but I know that things aren't as bad as they have been, or bad as they could be. I've listened to other people in their lupus journey, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for where I'm at, because it is always well. I claim it every day. It is well. So, um, I went from having shaving all my hair off and wearing wigs all the time to I still have bald patches. There's some spots that hair may or may not grow back, but that's okay, because I am well. I am whole, and I'm grateful to be able to say that, and to let people know that that's okay. This is who I am. I still get weird looks when I was wearing my scarves, people, or my baseball caps. People would say that's not work appropriate, and I'd be like, well, I have a disability. I have a reason to wear it. Do we need to take it there? And but it's like, I don't want to give out that type of negative energy, but it's like people will question you, people will push you, people will doubt you, and you just have to walk boldly in who you are and stand tall, because God's got your back no matter what. You don't have to worry about fighting any battles. You don't have to worry about being nasty and negative with people, because you're going to shine, honey, every time.
Yeah, that beautifully said. And, you know, that's just beautiful. And one thing that I like it all, but how your daughter was speaking affirmations into you, and
Yes.
that just shows us the power of words. But your daughter is what, about 9? Is she
She's
that
9
old?
now. Yes.
9. And for her to be able at that age to speak those affirmations to keep you going, and then it's just powerful. And again, like I said, that just shows us the power of our words, the power of our tongues. And one thing you said that I could have gave up, but I didn't. I spoke it into me, and that's what speaking God's word back to us, speaking those things back to us, and not being concerned about what people may say or people may think. So that is just awesome. So, do you have any upcoming events that you would like to share with our audience?
I do have a few upcoming events. I'll be in Birmingham in April 22nd. There'll be a pop-up shop. I love doing pop-up shops because you get to meet new different businesses, go different locations, places outside of your norm. I haven't been to Birmingham much, but I'm excited to, especially in the daytime, baby. We're gonna see what it's all talking about. There's gonna be all types of vendors there between jewelry, food, treats, and art. I'm a big fan of art and music, so that's one. And on April 1st, a large like major pop-up shop. It's going to be the third annual Women's Expo in Huntsville. It'll be at the Von Braun Center. It is hosted by Tiffany Draper, owner of Studio 53. Last year, I was a volunteer at the event, and now I get to be a part of it. So I'm very excited about that. Over 100 plus vendors will be there in the South Hall of the Von Braun Center.
That's wonderful. Do you feel that your business is more than just a business? Does sometimes it seem like it's a ministry because you're doing your pop-up shops and going to different expos? How have you met other people that just through conversations, you start sharing your testimony, you start sharing your story? Has that ever happened?
Oh yes, countless times. And the people I've met, it's come all full circle. Um, so there's a beautiful lady I met at the expo last year. She's a professor and she's a writer. She wrote a beautiful story. Her sons were going to Jackson State at the time, and she was explaining how I was talking to her. I was worried about my child's education, being raised in Kansas versus being, raising my child in the South. I worried of the difference in the education levels because they were grading on based on the average student. She's doing well. I don't need to be her basing her on everyone else. I need to know where her testing level is.
Right.
And so we were talking about that, and she gave me her book, and I was intrigued by it. I love reading, so just having those mutual connections and small connections, it's amazing.